Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into Spruce Power Holding Corporation's latest report, and let's just say they're really trying to tell us something about their performance, but sometimes you need a decoder, right? Spruce Power Holding Corporation has dropped their August 11th report. This is essentially a current report, which means they're telling us about something important that happened right now. The big news here is all about their results for the second quarter that ended on June 30th of this year. Think of it like a mid-year checkup for the company's financial health disguised as a press release. They've released a press release that contains all the juicy details of their second quarter performance, and they've attached it here as Exhibit 99.1. This is where the real story is, folks. Now, they're also being very careful to say that this information, even though it's attached, is furnished and doesn't count as officially filed in the way other documents do. It's a subtle but important legal distinction. They're saying, here's the info, but don't blame us if it's not perfect for legal filing purposes. It's worth noting that Spruce Power's common stock is traded on the New York Stock Exchange, and you might know them by their ticker symbol SPRU. This is the stock most investors will be looking at. The report is signed by Jonathan M. Norling, their Chief Legal Officer, which is pretty standard for these kinds of filings. He's making sure everything is, legally sound. Now, let's get to the meat of it. This filing is all about their second quarter financial results. While this particular document doesn't break down specific numbers in a table here, it references a press release that does. That press release you see is the key to understanding how Spruce Power is actually doing. It's like they're giving us a treasure map to their financial performance. Think about what a company announces in a quarterly report. They're usually talking about revenue, how much money they brought in from their business, their profits or losses, how much they're spending, and maybe some key performance indicators specific to their industry. For Spruce Power, being in the power sector, this could mean things like the amount of energy they generated or sold, or perhaps the number of customers they've secured or lost. When we look at these kinds of reports, we're always searching for trends. Is the company growing? Is it shrinking? Are they making more money than they spend? These are the fundamental questions investors want answered. A good quarter means they're on the right track. Maybe they've landed a big contract, become more efficient, or the market for their services is booming. A bad quarter could mean exactly the opposite. Maybe a new competitor has emerged, their costs have gone up significantly, or there's a general downturn in the energy sector that's impacting them. This specific filing is a bit of a tease because it points us to another document for the actual financial numbers. But the act of announcing these results on August 11th is itself a piece of information. It tells us when they want the market to know about their performance. Companies often time these announcements strategically. Let's imagine what might be in that press release. They might say something like, revenue grew by 15% compared to last year, which sounds great. But then you need to ask, why did it grow? Was it because they raised prices, which might not be sustainable, or did they actually attract more customers, which is a sign of a healthier business? If they say earnings per share increased by 5%, that sounds positive, but then if that increase is tiny compared to their expenses, it might not be as impressive as it first appears. It can be like seeing a small dent in a car door, annoying but not a total write-off. The so what of any financial report is how it affects the company's future. If Spruce Power is showing strong growth and profitability, investors might see that as a good sign and buy more stock, which could drive the stock price up. If they're struggling, investors might sell, pushing the price down. It's all about expectations and how the company is meeting them. One of the big things we always look for is how a company is managing its costs. Energy is a business with significant overhead from infrastructure to personnel. If their costs are soaring faster than their revenue, that's a red flag. It's like trying to fill a leaky bucket. No matter how much you pour in, it never seems to get full. Now, let's consider the risks and opportunities. What could be a risk for a company like Spruce Power? Maybe changes in government regulations, competition from other energy providers, or fluctuations in energy prices. On the flip side, opportunities could include investing in new, greener technologies, expanding into new markets, or finding more efficient ways to operate. Their second quarter results would give us clues about whether they're successfully navigating these risks and capitalizing on these opportunities. In essence, this filing is just the cover story. The real narrative is hidden within the referenced press release. They're telling us, check out this other document for the full scoop. Our job as corporate decoders is to hunt down that scoop and tell you what it really means. So what's my take on this? Without the specific numbers from the press release, it's hard to give a definitive judgment. However, the fact that they're filing this report means they are reporting their results as required. Filing consistently and on time is generally a good practice. The story here at this very moment is one of disclosure. They are telling us that their second quarter results are out. The deeper story, the one about their actual financial health and future prospects, is in the document they've attached. We're not given the critical financial table analysis here, but the emphasis on this report tells us they want to communicate their performance. The strength of Spruce Power will be in how they translate their operations into solid financial outcomes, things like growing revenue and maintaining healthy profit margins. A weakness could be if their costs are outpacing their income, or if they're heavily reliant on a single market or technology that is facing headwinds. The opportunity for any energy company right now is immense given the global push towards new energy solutions and infrastructure upgrades. The risk is intense competition and the rapid pace of technological change. Ultimately, Spruce Power Holding Corporation has initiated its reporting process for the second quarter. The true measure of their success or their struggles lies in the details of that press release they've included. We'll be keeping an eye out for more detailed filings from them to truly understand their trajectory. Alright, that's our initial decoding of this Spruce Power filing. What are your thoughts on how companies disclose their financial results? Do you think they make it easy or hard to understand? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. And definitely check out our Discord community linked in the description below for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll decode another report soon.